What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. That's STEV the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you my Fastlane predictions video. I meant to do this earlier today before I went to work. As you can see, I'm in my work clothes. I meant to do it earlier today, but I forgot, slipped my mind, and I fell asleep. So, forgive me, but I'm here doing it now. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So, first we have Samoa Joe taking on Sami Zayn in a match. Who do I got? It's obvious. It's gonna be Samoa Joe here. Listen, I, mm, from what I heard, what WWE is doing, or rather what Vince is doing, is he's giving Zayn the Daniel Bryan treatment. But to my knowledge, Daniel Bryan wasn't. Daniel Bryan always had a connection with the fans, right? From the very beginning, from when he split off from NXT and he had that feud with the Miz and he became United States champion, and then when he became the World Heavyweight champion and the Yes chant started going, he's always had a connection with the fans, so it was more easily able to push him. This thing that they're doing with Sami Zayn, the whole underdog from Undertown, that's just stupid. Like, he constantly loses. Like, I don't know when he wins. Like, if he wins, he goes, "Oh, he won? Oh, well, good for him." But I mean, my God, I mean, you look at this match, we can't even go, I mean, Zayn might no, we know automatically that Samoa Joe's gonna win. I mean, even if it was Chris Jericho for the United States Championship, which was originally supposed to be, I still would have been like, maybe Sami Zayn. I don't know. Like, I don't have confidence in him. I really don't. And that's WWE's fault, not Sami Zayn. But I'm going with Samoa Joe. Next, we have Sasha Banks taking on Nia Jax in a Royal Rumble rematch. Actually, they faced a couple more times after the Royal Rumble. My bad. But I'm going with Nia Jax here because if the rumors of the Fatal 4-Way are true, Nia Jax needs to be even more of a monster to be perceived as a threat. I'm not saying she's not a threat now, but like compared to Braun Strowman monster-wise, she's not there yet. Like, clearly, Charlotte's still the top of the division. Like Braun Strowman, we can tell he's one of the top dogs there. Nia Jax, she still feels like she's on the come up. She doesn't have that monster appearance or that monster presence that Braun Strowman had. If they built her up the same way they did Braun Strowman, which they started doing, but then they started doing other things. But if they start doing that, start building up Nia Jax better, similar to they doing to Braun Strowman, then we can say, oh man, she's a legitimate threat. And obviously, we have Sasha Banks, like a 3-time women's champion, Bayley and Charlotte, and stuff like that. So, but I'm going with Nia Jax on this one. Speaking of the divas, or the women, I guess, we have Bayley taking on Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship. I'm going with Charlotte. Like, it's Fastlane. They wouldn't end her pay-per-view streak at Fastlane. It would be for WrestleMania. Now, they could do Charlotte wins by disqualification, which means the streak still lives. But I don't think they're doing that. Because here's the thing: Sasha Banks is going to be in her corner. So unless things break out, I don't see how Charlotte doesn't. I don't see how Charlotte walks away with the title. So unless Sasha Banks turns heel now and costs Bayley the match, and then it's the Fatal 4-Way. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. This one's interesting, so we'll see how it goes. But right now, my gut is my mind is telling me Charlotte, but my gut tells me something's going to happen. Next, we have the Club taking on Enzo and Cash for the Raw Tag Team Championships, and I am going with the Club because Enzo and Cash, man, they've lost so much momentum. Like, do you remember a couple weeks ago when Sheamus bro kicked Enzo and people were started chanting, "Thank you, Sheamus"? Like, at this point, Sheamus technically a face, but Enzo's like that one guy you need to knock out because he's so annoying. Like, it even looked like Big Cass was starting to get a little bit annoyed of like, bro, calm down, man. But I mean, they put them in so many dumb feuds and dumb situations that you can't take Enzo and Cass seriously anymore. Like, Cass said it on Raw. He said, Bro, we've never been tag team champions ever. Not NXT champions and not Raw tag team champions. So we have to focus and we have to do this. I wouldn't be all surprised if it was Enzo who got pinned. Now, I'm not saying that the team is going to break up because they wouldn't do that, because they're still very popular. They still go along with the chant. Who wouldn't do that? Like, even when Paul Heyman comes out and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman," people chant along with that. If you have a chant, people are going to go along with it. So, like, even like for another example, when the Miz, you say, "I'm the Miz," and people will say awful. So, I mean, if you have a chant, people are going to say it with you. So, but say that they lost a lot of momentum, they have. Now, WWE could pull the shocker and let Enzo and Cass do it because they realize, oh, hey, they're losing momentum. But then that would be a Dean Ambrose type of move. Oh, hey, he's losing momentum. What do we do? Hey, I know. Let's put the titles on him, and maybe that'll get people back interested in them. I think that's the wrong move. I still think that they should wait till SummerSlam, but they need to build them back up properly, because make them serious again. Because not by serious like a serious tag team, but like make them a credible threat again, like when they first came into on the main roster. Back then, had they got a tag team title shot opportunity, I'd be taking it more seriously. But they're like a joke. So sorry. So I'm going with the club on this one. But I would not be surprised if Enzo and Cass walked away with titles. Next, we have Neville versus Jack Gallagher for the NXT for the Cruiserweight Championship. I'm going with Neville. It's obvious. Next, but I think Jack will put up a good fight. But let's go with next. Speaking of the Cruiserweights, we have a pre-show match with Rick Swann, Akira Tozawa versus Brian Kendrick and Noam Dar. I don't really care. I'm just gonna go with the faces. I thought Rick Swann was hurt. Like, I thought I heard that. So, and what happened to his title match? So unless he already had it on 205 Live, which I don't watch, then why would he be having this match? Still made no sense. But whatever. Again, this is why people aren't interested in the cruiserweights. Next, we have Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. So you remember when I said I had this crazy idea about Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns? Well, here it is. My thing is, so obviously the rumors going around that the Undertaker is going to show up, because we all know Vince is doing Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. Boo! And I like Roman Reigns. Like, you got to remember that. I'm a big fan of Roman Reigns. I like Roman Reigns. But I don't want to see him face him, especially if this is going to be Taker's last match. Like, I don't want that. So we know that that's going to happen. We're hearing the rumors that Taker's going to show up and he's going to cost Roman Reigns the title. I mean, the match. I don't think that's to protect Braun Strowman too, but I don't think that should happen. I think Braun should just beat Roman clean. Why? Because up to this point, you would think up to this point, the way things are going, oh, Roman's going to win. Maybe even Roman's about to win, and then you hear the gong. It's a distraction. Braun Strowman hits that power slam, 1, 2, 3, and then he's like, what the heck? And then Taker comes out, choke slams or tombstones or whatever. That's what I expect to going to happen, but I don't think that should happen. I think Braun should just beat Roman clean, and then Taker comes out and tombstones him. I'm not saying the match between Roman Reigns and the Undertaker at WrestleMania won't be good. I know Taker's hurt, and I know he needs hip replacement surgery, but he doesn't want to get that until after he's done his career, which means WrestleMania will be his last match, which means it's going to be a sad day in the WWE, because once again, they had a dream match, and we didn't get it because of Vince's ego. So again, remind you, sometime this week, I will be doing a video about Vince, because Vince! Oh man, Vince! Ooh, Vince! But I'm going with Braun Strowman. Don't be surprised if Roman Reigns wins, but I'm going with Braun Strowman. And then finally, we have Kevin Owens versus Goldberg for the Universal Championship. Obviously, the first thing you're going to say is Goldberg, but or you could say, and here's my original thought. Here's my original thinking was, I'll tell you my original thinking, and then I'll tell you what I think should happen. Here's my original thinking. My original thinking is, we heard Kevin Owens say the longer Goldberg match goes, the longer it goes in his favor. So obviously we would see Kevin Owens extending the match. Once Goldberg catches Kevin Owens and he starts building some momentum, or Kevin Owens is about to win, let's say, Then Chris Jericho would come out, cost him the match, and allow Goldberg to become the Universal Champion, thus continuing their WrestleMania match for Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. That was my original thinking. Here's what I think should happen. I think Goldberg should lose. Why? Because just like the Randy Orton Bray Wyatt feud, Goldberg and Brock Lesnar does not need the world title. It really doesn't. So I'm thinking that Goldberg should lose this match. Maybe Brock Lesnar comes out in distraction, but I doubt that will happen. But I think Goldberg should lose this match. Thus, Chris Jericho could come out afterwards, give him a code breaker. Chris Jericho would then come out the next night on Raw, explain himself, say why Owens, why'd you do it, why you having your best friends, and then obviously Kevin Owens come out and say, oh, it's because Triple H said I don't need anybody, I don't need friends, I'm supposed to do this on my own, yada yada yada, whatever. Or he can just say, because I never needed you, or we were never friends, I was using you the whole entire time, or whatever like that. Then they have their match at WrestleMania, which is title versus title. Chris Jericho loses. Kevin Owens is Universal Champion and United States Champion. The next night, Finn Balor comes back. I think Finn Balor will come back. And I'll do a whole separate video on what I think they should do with Kevin Owens. But I think that's what the gist of it is, if you get it. But I am going with Goldberg, but my heart says, my heart goes with Goldberg to win the match, but my head says that Kevin Owens should retain to make it Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship and the Universal Championship, to make it that title versus title match. Except they wouldn't be best friends like his best friend, like they said. It'd just be a match between two heated rivals. If you see what I'm saying here. I know it's kind of confusing, so just try to follow me, but a lot of ideas are coming up in here. But other than that, that is about it. That is my pay-per-views Fastlane predictions video. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you. Peace out. See you Monday for the pay-per-view review. And that's it. See ya.